adding a nice even skin tone over my very red self made such a difference. All right, everybody, Blended Brit here, and today we are going to be doing 3 eyeshadow tutorials using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Cremated palette. Woohoo! Do not know, we actually did a review video of this palette a few days ago, so definitely go over and watch that if you haven't already. I really love this palette. It is so versatile, and I think what I'm going to do is going to do 3 different looks: a colorful look, a pop of color, a glam look, and a neutral everyday look. And I just feel like that's gonna really highlight the diversity of this palette and really help everyone who's in different portions of their makeup journey, because I want to do anything that's like super intense, but I also want to do something simple for the people who are like, I love makeup, but I'm just not there with all this crazy stuff yet, because it's overwhelming. So that being said, we're gonna do 3 different looks. They are all completely different, and I can't wait to share them with you. This one is the neutral look, so if you do like this, definitely go ahead, stick around till the end, and let me know what you think of all of these at the end, guys. Let's get started. All right, beauty babes, so for look number 1, we are gonna be starting off with our colorful look. Now, I am gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in shade C0. I love this thing, like a bibbity bobbity boo. This thing, I swear by it. All right, so one of you guys had actually left a comment on my last video, and you said you wanted to see something that shows a lot more of the bottom row of this palette, which, as everyone knows, this is the row that everyone loves to hate on because it's just not for everybody. It's not that good. There's not a lot of versatility. The list goes on and on. Okay, Karen, but like, is it not usable, or do you just not know how to use it? So we're gonna use that last row today, and we're gonna just see how beautiful it can make everything, and maybe the haters will realize there's a lot more versatility than they realize. But to get started, I am gonna go in and I'm gonna start off with this shade here as a transition shade, and that is shade Obituary. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use this little brush here, and we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get right around here. Just gonna go right in the crease area, and we're gonna slowly bring it up. So we are gonna mostly be utilizing the bottom row. We aren't only going to be utilizing the bottom row, because I do wanna add a little bit of a darker bit right here in the crease area. We're actually gonna use shade Eulogy, and that's this one right here. It's I'd say it's like a neutral brown gray. Like, it's a perfect brown gray mix, I personally feel. And again, that is shade Eulogy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pack on just a little bit of this right in my crease area. And then we're just gonna buff that out. Again, I'm not going for a super dark look, but I did want to add in just a little bit of depth. I feel like it's very easy with this palette to just say, oh, I'm gonna do all these dark looks, and I feel like this palette could be so beautiful when it comes to light looks, and I really wanted to highlight that fact. All right, so I'm just packing on this color. For those who are wondering, originally I did just use like a nice fluffy brush to blend out my transition color. For this one, this brush is by Moda. I like it because it's like this really nice tiny brush, so it's great for detailing, but it's also like a blunt top for the most part. So I can really pack on the color well. I really, really like that. Now that I have all of that blended out in my crease area and my transition shade, I am gonna go in and I'm gonna use shade Burial Gown, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid portion of my eye. I really do think it's a nice neutral color that I don't know, I like it when I look at it. So I'm gonna use this brush here by Moda Pro. I really like these brushes. It's almost like a paddle look. It's like really skinny, and it's just, I don't know, it has a nice little flat bit for really padding in color, and I really rather enjoy that. So this is, again, shade Burial Gown. Wow, that really brightened that area up. Oh. I am gonna use one color, a little bit of a shadow effect here on my outer corner. So I am gonna take my little blunt top brush one more time, and I'm gonna dip it into a really dark gray, and I feel like that's gonna pull it all together. So we're gonna actually use shade Solemnly Swear. I actually don't think I've used this color, so I'm pretty excited. And I am just gonna put that on this outer little portion. So we are gonna go in with shade Death Row. That is this beautiful basic white right here, and I feel like every palette needs to have one of these. Actually, any palette I get that doesn't have a plain white shade, I get very upset because I use these so much. And I'm gonna actually pat this on to the inner corner. You guys, I got my nails done because I'm finally gonna get to go back to work. Finally, after everything going on in the world. I'm so very excited. Wish me luck. I'm gonna be super busy, but I cannot wait. So now that we have that done, I am gonna go in with another shade from the bottom row, and that is this beautiful shade right here called Afterlife. I really live for this shade. I love it in an inner corner or just anywhere you want to shimmer. I found that I really like the shimmer. All right, I'm gonna take my finger. I do want to apply a little bit with it and kind of see how we feel. We are going for something more light, which is why I thought this would be the perfect look to make my pop of color, because you will see what I'm talking about in the end, so don't go anywhere. I think you're really gonna like it because it's simple enough to where you can do something a little more fun with the rest of your face. So I am just taking the shade Eulogy. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more of that into my crease. I just feel like we lost a little bit of that with all the bright colors. So I do really love this shade. I still have not had any issues with this shade. Yep. All right, and finally, last but not least, on these shadows themselves, we are gonna go in with Diamond Ashes. So I have that on my finger and we're just gonna pop it in. Oh yes, much better. Okay, so we're gonna add just a little bit more. We can clean up that area afterwards. There we go. Hello, honey. Ooh, she is bright. So what I'm gonna do now, in honor of my new nails, I decided to go ahead and use Breakfast at Tiffany's Liquid Lip by Jeffree Star as a liner. So I am so excited. I'm gonna do it off camera, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Hey beauty babes. So I went ahead, I popped on some lashes, I popped on some lips and fixed my face, and let me tell you, adding a nice even skin tone over my very red self made such a difference. Like this look went from like, oh yeah, like it's okay girl, like, you know, you can at least blend, maybe not make it look good, but you could at least blend, to being like, oh wow, she's cute. I feel like this look would be so perfect for summer, for sure summer. Like I'm so excited. I'm gonna probably wear this type of look so much throughout the season, but I went ahead and I used this blue for Breakfast at Tiffany's, of course. I mean, what's not to love? And I used that on my under eye, but I feel like you could use so many different colors. I used a gold on a look similar to this once, and I would love to use this with purple. Blow Pony is actually my favorite bright shade by Jeffree Star, like lipstick shade. So I could definitely see myself like doing that in the summer. All right, beauty babes, so that's it for this look. Tell me what you like and what you don't like, or what you think we could have done differently, or even, in the future, if you do something similar, please send me what it looks like. I'd love to see it. And let's get started with our next look. All right, beauty babes, so we are back naked faced and ready to go. So this look I'm pretty excited for. This is gonna be the dramatic look, the glam look, the dark vampy look, if you will, that we all imagine when we see this palette. And so let's get to it. You don't wear a base when you do shadow, especially the dark eyeshadow we are about to do. Honey, we need to talk about that because it ain't gonna work for you very well. I'm just trying to be honest. Think of me as that kind of annoying but helpful big sister that I actually am in real life, but you get the idea. You want a good base. If you don't use a good base, you're already screwing yourself over, especially when it comes to dark looks. So, all right, beauty babe. So to get started, we are gonna go in with a white base. It is shade Death Row, and we're gonna go ahead and cover our entire eyelid in this color, so that when we use these really dark colors in a minute that are very pigmented, we know that we have already kind of set everything in place and that we're not gonna get a bunch of skipping across our eyebrow, or not eyebrows, eyelids, I tend to, because I have hooded eyes, I tend to get a lot of that skipping if I don't do this before, especially with dark colors. So quick tip. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in with my very favorite brush, my little blunt brush. I really do not know what this is called. All I know is I love it in my crease and I love it for packing on color. All right, so now that we have our white shade all over, we are gonna go in with our fluffy brush one more time, and we're gonna use a gray transition shade. Like I said, this one's gonna get pretty dark, and I'm pretty excited for it. So we're gonna go in with shade, I think we'll start with shade Life Insurance. I feel like it's not too dark, and we're gonna take it up pretty high because this look is going to get dark, so we'll just do that. So guys, as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The bell is important. If you don't hit it, you're not gonna know when I upload, so definitely go and hit that thing really hard. But on the real, you guys, I do love you so much, and you guys are motivating me to just do what I've dreamed about doing for so long. And I feel like instead of being terrified like I thought I'd be, or discouraged, I really thought I'd be discouraged. You guys made a dream come true. I didn't imagine I'd even get 50 views on my first video, and I got 150. You guys are just helping my dream come true, and I really love you guys for that. I truly do. So we're gonna keep rolling into this look. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my favorite little blunt brush here, and we're gonna go in with our darker gray shade. So we're gonna go in with shade RIP. I really do like this beautiful color, and I feel like already we're going like all over the place in these three looks with color. So I think by the end of this video, and stick around, that you guys will have seen a lot of different colors. So that is shade RIP, and I just packed on a bunch of that color. I'm gonna whip out my handy dandy mirror. There we go. It's so funny, I feel like with grays, I look so weird, and then I put foundation on and it's all just like bam, it just comes together. All right, beauty babes, so I went ahead and I packed on this color, and now we are gonna really be careful, and we're gonna baby this gray as we go ahead and blend. As we are blending this out, just keep in mind that you are gonna have to be a little more careful when you do these darker gray pigments. You do have to baby them a little bit more, and that's okay. It's just one of those colors you do have to do this with. So I'm gonna go ahead and we are gonna dip right into shade Hearse. I'm so glad Jeffree didn't name this like darkness, death. I feel like those are so basic for a black shade, and I feel like Hearse was actually a really good one. So kudos to him. I think he did great on that name. Just saying. And I'm just gonna dip in, and so when I put this black on, I'm gonna bring it to right about here. So this first like quarter of my crease area, I don't want to bring it all the way over quite yet. So I'm gonna go in, and we're just gonna put it right in this general area, and then we're also gonna bring it down. Now notice when I did this, I did bring it up just a little bit. I do want to keep that nice like rounded shadowing, so I did bring this up just a teeny tiny bit above my crease when I came up here. We are going to take a moment, we are going to say a prayer, a good juju, a spell, whatever it is you want to say, and pray we don't mess this up, because girl, smoky eyes are always intimidating, and then they turn out beautiful, and woohoo. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this really, really bigger fluffy brush. Like this one's fluffier, and we are gonna really lightly start buffing out this black color. And I know it's intimidating, even I'm a little intimidated, but that's okay. I just like light little strokes, just do 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 do. There we go. See, there we go, we're doing it. It's not the end of the world. We can do it. Just keep blending, just keep blending, blending, blending. That's what we do, we blend, blend. I am gonna pack on a little bit of black into this innermost corner over here, and I'm not really gonna blend it out. I'm gonna use the brush and I'm gonna buff it out just a wee bit. All right, so I love the intensity that we have now. I'm gonna go one more time in with a fluffy brush, and I'm only, I repeat, only going in with the corner of this brush on the corner edge right here, the outside edge of this eyeshadow, like right here. so that we don't take away from the intensity, but we also make sure we really blend this out nicely. So don't touch over here. I'm watching. The next part of this look, we are gonna finish this lid off. So I want to go ahead and I actually want to go ahead and use this very, very, very beautiful shimmer right here. It is Mortuary Beautician, and then I'm also gonna go in with shade Pallbearer, and I'm very excited for these. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger. I prefer using shimmers that way, even though these actually did work with a brush whenever I did my review of the palette. So if you haven't seen my palette review, definitely head over to that. It is there for you, and I think you'll enjoy it if you're enjoying this. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use shade Mortuary Beautician first. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and where I'm gonna put it, I love how my nails are just like a pointer. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna marry these two colors together with this shimmer, and oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Shade Pallbearer now, and oh my god guys, I swatched this. I don't know how I didn't use this shade in my other video. This shade is, oh my god, gorgeous. Like, oh, she's beautiful. She is beautiful. So we're gonna go in right on the lid on this inner bit, and we're gonna add her, and oh my goodness, I don't know how this wasn't used in my reveal video, or not my reveal video, who am I? Not Jeffree Star. In my review video, and let me tell you, I'm shook that I did not, because this is a beautiful shade. I think this is just so freaking pretty. So we're gonna go in last but not least, once again, with shade Diamond Ashes. And I mean, let's be real, this shade is beautiful. I love it. It is such a perfect white, tad bit of silver shimmer. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on the inner corner and bring it up just a little bit into this first little portion of the lid. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna take my makeup remover wipe and I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. All right, so now that we went ahead and cleaned that up, I am loving what I'm seeing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna take the very little bit of leftover from my little brush right here, and I'm gonna put it on this lower lash line just to really smoke everything out. Like I said, we're just going in with whatever is left over. Wow. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna hop off camera, I'm gonna finish this look off, and I will be back in just a moment with our final look. I am back, and here is the finished product. This is the vampy classic look that I pictured in my head, and I don't know, I had to recreate it, so here we are. I just have to say, I think my favorite part of the look is just the way that all of this blended together in the shimmers so nicely. I think it turned out wonderful in that blend. I did go ahead and I threw on one of my favorite liquid lips of all time by Jeffree Star. It is shade Ho Ho Ho, like Merry Christmas. I really truly love this shade. It is my favorite red. I rather enjoy Red Rum if you're looking for a little bit brighter red, but this is hands down my favorite of all time. Here she is. I definitely love her, and we're gonna move on. We are gonna go into our next look, and I think you guys are definitely gonna love it if you want something simple that you can rock on an everyday basis. So tell me what you think about this, and let's get going, beauty babes. Beauty babes, I am back, and it is time to do our natural look out of the 3 looks we're doing today. I wanted this one to be so simple, so easy, and just like literally a look you could just throw on and feel like you look alive whenever like you have an early shift at work, whatever the case may be. I feel like a lot of times on YouTube, when I started doing my makeup, I definitely felt like, oh, like I'm gonna go learn how to do my makeup, but everyone is doing like a super hard tutorial, and you're just like, can we get something for like the me people who don't know how to do that yet? Like, not yet, we'll get there, but I need something for now. Every time I do a 3 looks per palette, I definitely want to do a natural look so that it's something that functions, like a look that functions for everybody in the video. And also, I mean, I want to do this with every palette I own, so definitely like drop your thoughts below. Is that something you want to see? Should we do them like separately? I figured we'd do them together, but if you want me to do them separate, let me know. Either way, without further ado, let's get started. I'm not gonna put a lot of concealer on. I feel like I just need a teeny bit because this is gonna be so simple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my everyday little fluffy brush here, I love this brush. We're gonna dip into shade Burial Gown, and I'm just gonna put this all over my lid before I add any deeper colors. Tap off the excess. There we go. I feel like this is a very nice, like, just, how do I call it? Like a clean slate type of color. We're going to dip into shade Obituary, and it's kind of going to be our transition shade. I definitely feel like I'm going to really use the shade a lot for that purpose, and it's very nice. I really like it. So now that we have that, I'm going to go in with a little bit of a deeper brown. I'm honestly even just using the same brush. Again, I wanted this to be so simple and so functional. We are going to go in with shade Last Respects. So I'm gonna dip in with this little brush here. It kind of just reminds me of like a classic little like paintbrush. Like, ooh. Either way, we're gonna dip in with this color, and dip in with this brush, and we're gonna go into shade The Morgue, which is this beautiful brown color. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put this on the corner of our eye. Again, I just really like a good little shadowing. And then we're gonna take it up here as well. Now that that is settled, it's on for the best part, and of course that, my friends, is going to be shimmers. This is where it all comes together, I promise. So we're gonna dip into shade Last Look. It is this beautiful bronze copper color. I love it. And we're just gonna dip it on to the eye. We're gonna go in with shade Mausoleum. It's really pretty. It's also a pretty bronze. Honestly, I was thinking I'll just put it all over, but I'm gonna keep it towards this inner portion of the eye. And last but not least, I just wanna put a little bit of shimmer on my inner corner here. I just love that. Again, totally optional, but I personally love the look. A really good way to make your makeup pop is to just add a little shimmer into your inner corner. I personally I live for it. So it's just like a little boop, like I'm a diamond, yes, love me. All right, beauty babes, so now that the eye look is done and I look a little crazy, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna clean it up, we're gonna finish this up. I'm not even going to put on lashes because I want this to just be such a simple get ready and go look. All right, beauty babes, here is the finished look. I wanted to keep it simple, wanted to keep it subtle. I really like it. This is such a throw it on and go type of look. I did go ahead and I used shade Christmas Cookie on my lips. This is my this is like my all-time favorite pinky nude color. I am in love with this color, this one. So here she is. This is shade Christmas Cookie, and you guys, this one sells out. She sells out, so definitely if you can get your hands on her, I definitely suggest you do so. I did go ahead and I did not put on any lashes. I left it really simple and natural because again, I just wanted this to be a walk out the door and go type of look. So I hope you guys like it. Go ahead and give this video a good thumbs up if you guys want to see more videos like this. Definitely help me figure out what it is you want to see, considering this is only our second video ever. And I definitely I'm so excited for the future, and I have some great ideas coming. So I will see you then, beauty babes, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Mwah!